everybody, welcome to Epic Beauty Fail. I'm Jessica, and on today's video we're going to be doing a declutter video now and a collection video. So you're going to see my entire collection as we go throughout the next several weeks, but I'm also doing a declutter. I do want to give you a couple of items that I want to tell you about before we go ahead and get into the declutter. So number one, please don't ask me for the products. A lot of these products are older. That's the reason why I'm getting rid of them. Some of them are brand new. Some of them are products that haven't been opened yet. I will tell you that if they are older, they will be tossed. A lot of the lip products are going to be tossed, and it just is what it is. But anything that is newer or barely used that I believe is still good, I'm going to be offering them to my family and friends first. And if none of them want those products, and to be honest, a lot of my family and friends don't wear makeup at all, like not even on special occasions. Anything that I feel is still good, I will be looking to create a Poshmark or a Mercari page. I'm not quite sure which one yet when I'm filming this opening, but I will put a link in the description bar down below. If you are interested in any of the products that I'm decluttering and you want to take a look at what I'm asking, please do so. These videos will be posted one a week for the next several weeks. I will create a playlist with all of them, and I'll put them up here in the corner, and I'll put it linked down in the description bar down below. If you are interested in looking at the entire declutter for the beginning part of 2020, please go ahead and take a look. This is not going to be a cutthroat declutter. I'm going to be upfront and honest with you. It is not going to be cutthroat. This is my first shot at doing a declutter series, and I have a lot of attachment to a lot of these products. So at this moment, I'm not prepared to do a very cutthroat declutter. However, I do plan throughout 2020 to give all these products a really good shot. And by the end of the year, my plan is to do a cutthroat declutter. So if you like declutters and you don't feel like this is cutthroat enough, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button, because in another 6 or 8 months, I'm going to be doing another round of declutter series, and I'm going to try to be a lot more cutthroat during that one. So stay tuned to later in 2020 for more cutthroat declutter. Another disclaimer, I know I do not need this much makeup. I don't. I know I don't. Prior to starting YouTube, I had one bag of makeup. That is it. I actually did a video. I'm going to try to remember to link it up above and down below as well. That is, I have a video where I talk about my pre-YouTube collection, and in fact, I still have the bag. This bag right here, whew, there's dust. Used to have makeup in it, and that was my entire YouTube, or my entire makeup collection prior to starting YouTube. So, and it was that way for years and years and years. That was it. My entire makeup collection fit in this bag. But I do YouTube, and that is why I have such a large collection. Prior to starting YouTube, I had everything in that bag. I only have this makeup because of YouTube. This is not anything where I'm thinking that anyone that doesn't do this as, you know, a hobby or a job needs this much makeup. You don't. If I didn't do YouTube, I would not have this much makeup. I would probably have this much makeup. You know what I mean? So just wanted to give you a little bit of a disclaimer there. Let me look at my notes, make sure I touched on everything. Oh, one last thing. Some of these videos, my camera that I'm using had some difficulties with autofocus. It's set up to automatically look for a face. And because I was using my hands and focusing on the products, the autofocus was having a little bit of a problem. So I switched to manual focus on some of them as well. So you're going to see some issues in the earlier videos with the autofocus. I think I've corrected that now, and I'm using manual focus for the rest of them. I'm only halfway through filming them at the filming of this intro, so I still have a lot to go. But just wanted to throw that out there, that I know I had issues with autofocus, so if that bothers you, I'm sorry. I think it's corrected later on in the videos, but the first few, the autofocus might be a little wonky. I think that's everything. One last thing before I go ahead and get into the declutter. Just want to let you all know, because some of you might be new to my channel, I do have my own online clothing boutique. This shirt actually came from my online clothing boutique. It is nimities.com. The link is in the description bar down below if you're curious. If not, that's okay too. But I figured I would mention it because I'm assuming that some of you might be new to my channel. All right, let's go ahead and get into the declutter. All right, everybody, so if you haven't seen my intro, you skipped ahead to the date, the timestamp that I put in there of the start of the video. Welcome. You didn't see everything else that was in that intro. That's fine. But today we are doing another eyeshadow palette declutter. This mess in front of me is my palettes that I've gotten in beauty boxes. So this is a wide array of products. I have some really little tiny products here. I've got some larger palettes, you know, some bulky palettes, all sorts of palettes. I will say that this is beginning with my February beauty boxes and going backwards. So not beginning, but like ending with my February 2020 beauty boxes. You guys, I think, are seeing this in May, but I am filming it in March, and I am not including my March beauty box palettes in this declutter. So this only has my February 2020 and back. This does include palettes from every beauty box I've gotten, including palette or beauty boxes that I don't receive anymore, or annual beauty boxes. Like my palettes that I've gotten in my Beautylish Lucky Bag are included in this video. So you may see products that are from some of these brands in future videos, but for now, or you may have already seen some videos that had some of these products in it, but we're going to go ahead. I'm going to organize this a little bit. I'm going to go, I think, by brand, and we will go through everything. Just for your information, anything that I'm thinking about maybe is going to go in the front of the screen here. Anything that I haven't used, which in this video is not likely. I think I have used every one of these palettes because I do my month-end beauty box look videos. Anything that hasn't been used and I might be able to give away to one of you is going to go in the upper corner. Anything that I'm going to be selling or giving away is going to go over here to this side of the screen. It's my left. It might be your right. I'm not sure. And then anything I'm keeping is going to go to this side of the screen, my right. Again, it might be your left. So I'm going to go ahead and reorganize everything here in front of me, and we will start the declutter. All right, so this is not my entire collection. What I put up here was just items that I had individuals from the brand in this box. So I do have multiples of some of these brands. Like, I'm going to go ahead and pull one out just to show you. I did get a Dose of Colors in a beauty box. I'm going to come to this one later, but I do have other Dose of Colors palettes, but they are going to be in another video because I did not get those in a beauty box. So these are the ones that I've only gotten single ones in beauty boxes of. Anything that I've gotten multiples, I'm going to get through all of these, and then we'll come back and do the ones that I have multiples of. So I'm going to start with some of these smaller palettes in here, and we will work our way down. I'm going to go ahead and give you a quick disclaimer. Number one, eyeshadow palettes are my favorite thing in the world right now, and I just don't know that I'm going to be able to declutter a lot of these. So I am probably going to be a failure at decluttering. Again, this is not a cutthroat declutter. This is just to get rid of things that I know I either don't like, that might be broken, that I might just never think I'm going to use, that kind of a thing. I'm also going to mention in this video only that some of these products, it's been a big hubbub right now that some of these products are not the same formula that they're supposed to be from the brands. There's a whole thing going on YouTube right now when I'm filming this. By the time you're watching, it's going to be a couple of months ago that this happened. But there's a whole hubbub on YouTube right now where some of these brands are doing, creating products in the People's Republic of China that normally the items that they sell on their website are not made in China. They might be made in the US. So I've been listening to some of it on the, back burner. I've not gotten involved in that. I am basing my decisions on these palettes based on my memory of using them, the likelihood that I will use them in the future, and what my thoughts are on these specific palettes. Some of these palettes I have not used in months. I have a lot of eyeshadow palettes. I think that this video today is going to be covering, I think, 56 palettes. We're going to go ahead and count them, and at the end of the video, I will tell you how many I'm keeping, how many I'm giving away or selling, and we will figure out the final number there. But I think I'm starting with 56. Will correct me if I get it wrong. So I'm going to go ahead and start with this little quad from Cella. I literally just got this, I'm pretty sure, in February. So I'm going to hold on to this one and give it more of a shot. So far, the little bit that I have used it, I've liked it. So I'm going to hold on to that. This Naked Cosmetics one I've had for quite a while in my palette, but I just love it. Like, I don't think I have this shade green anywhere. Now, how often do I use this? Like once a year. But I love it. I'm going to go ahead and swatch it for you. I'm going to swatch all 3 shades. I'm probably going to be doing this video for a million years because I'm going to be swatching some things. I'm going to try to limit that, but the shades are just really, really pretty. They are a metallic shade. They're all metallics and they're just really, really pretty. So I'm going to hold on to that one. I'm not going to lie. I'm actually going to be surprised if I get rid of more than just a couple of eyeshadow palettes today. I'm sorry if you guys like cut-through declutters. This is not probably for you. I will be surprised. So let's keep going. This one from Sleek Makeup. I got this in, again, another little beauty box. Look at how tiny those are. I just said I'm not going to get rid of very many, but now that I'm looking at this one in particular, I'm thinking I'm going to get rid of it only because they're such tiny little pans that like getting my finger in one is, you know, that's like the whole pan. So I'm going to put this in the maybes, but this one might go ahead and go just because of the size of the pans. All right, this one from Style London. I don't even remember this one. Oh, that's pretty though. Look at that. That is super pretty. That is definitely my kind of shades. Let's swatch a couple to see what they look like when they're swatched, because that might end up being the determining factor here. The metallics at least are really pretty. Those are definitely shades that I would wear. All right, I'm going to go ahead and hold on to that. All right. Pacifica. This one is the Island Life palette, and I got this again in a beauty box. I don't remember which one. Honestly, I don't remember a lot of where I got these from, because I just know that they're all from beauty boxes. This one, it looks like I've dipped into quite a bit. I don't know if the camera will focus enough to show you the brush strokes in the pans there, but I've dipped into this quite a lot. That's actually surprising. This palette though, and I look at it, is really not very, I don't know, it just doesn't draw me in. The color selection in here just really doesn't draw me in. I don't know that I'd be able to do a full eye look with this either. This is a matte, I think. The first one's a matte, and I think the other 4 are all shimmers. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get rid of my first palette today. This is the first one's going to go. All right, there's this one from Hikari. I got this in a Look Fantastic box. I don't know that anybody gets that palette or that box anymore, because, well, I got rid of it because it ended up turning into like an all skincare box. I think I saw Just Anne still getting it, or maybe she was getting it. I don't know if she's gotten rid of it yet, but I know she likes getting skincare. So that makes sense. For me, it's not something that I prefer because I have so much skincare that I just don't need much of it. And I get enough in the boxes that I do still get that I just don't need a whole box of skincare. All right, so that is pretty. I'm going to go ahead and hold on to that. All right, this Makeup Geek one, I literally just got in February. I'm definitely keeping this one. Let's go to this Real Her one. I got this one a long time ago. This one is the Be Your Own Kind of Beauty palette. I think that's the name of it. It's the Real Her 1. You know what? I'm going to get rid of this one. This one, when I open it up and I look at it, it's just kind of boring to me. And I don't remember loving this, to be honest with you, which is why I think it's been sitting in my drawer for so long and not being used, because I just don't remember loving it. I'm not going to swatch it. I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of it. Go with my gut. All right. This one's going to be an easy one. I'm going to keep this one for now. This is the Dose of Colors Pretty Cool palette. It is all cool shades. That is what it looks like, and it does have a little brush in it. I'm going to go ahead and hold on to this for now, and I might get rid of it later, honestly, but for now, I've only used it, I think, once. I'm going to go ahead and hold on to it. Okay, let's go to this one. This is the Measurable Difference Brilliantly Bronzed palette. First off, that lip product looks like it's probably no good. I didn't even know that there was a lip product in here, and it doesn't want to come out. Does not want to come out. Yeah, that does not want to come out at all. Like, I can't even really like twist it in the container. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this. I can't get the lip product out. I don't know what's going on with that, because there's this little string that's supposed to help you get it out, but that's not even helping. So I can't get the lip product out. Honestly, the rest of these just don't look nice either. I'm probably just gonna toss this since I can't get the lip product out. So that one's gonna go. This Jouer Skinny Dip palette, this is one of the ones I got in a Beautylish Lucky Bag. I think this was my first year I got a Lucky Bag. This is all glitter. It's super pretty. I'm going to hold on to it for now. It might go later this year because I just don't know that I'd be able to use that very often. I don't use it very often, I'm not going to lie. But yeah, I'm going to hold on to it for now. We might get rid of it later. This Blink Electric Eyes palette, I really like this. And somehow I got eyeshadow all over my hand. How the heck did I do that? Like, that looks like a lot of eyeshadow too. How did I do that? Well, whatever. Anyway, I like this palette. This is an older palette. Like, this might be one of my oldest palettes that I've gotten, period. But I do like it. These are definitely shadows for me. They're all shimmers. I'm going to hold on to it for now. I might get rid of it later this year, but for now I'm holding on to it. All right, let's go to this Cargo Cosmetics one. This is the Around the World palette. Again, I don't remember which beauty box I got it in, but I got it in a beauty box. It still has the brush in it. This is very, very uninspiring for me. You'd figure when you call something Around the World, you would make it interesting, exciting. This is an all neutrals palette and like just period neutrals. Somebody might love this palette. Like, I can see, this is going to sound terrible, I can see Jessica Braun loving this palette because she does very, very simple, nice looking eye looks all the time. And I can see her loving this. You know what? That Madrid shade is really, really chunky. Like, can you see what happened? That's really, really chunky. I think I'm just going to throw this one out. Number one, I've had it a really long time. I was going to try to get rid of it as like a sell it. But I don't think I'm going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and just actually toss this one. Unless a family or friend might want this. But I think I'm going to go ahead and toss this. All right. This Butter London one is a newer one to my collection. Like newer, like within the last year. Do I want to keep this one? That's a very good question. I'm going to put this in my maybes. I'm just not real sure on that one. Okay. Moving right along. Let's go to this Poolside one by IBY. I think it is gorgeous. This is not shades that I'd wear every single day, but this is really, really pretty. And I remember it actually being really, really good. In fact, I remember watching a Abadabs video where I think she said she got like 4 different IBY palettes, like in a kit or a bundle or something like that from their website. And they're all really good, apparently. If I'm remembering correctly, I'm pretty sure I am. But this is really, really pretty. I'm going to hold on to that. Again, not something I wear every day, but it's pretty. This is the Laka Desert Mirage palette. I remember loving this palette, actually. It looks really simple, right? But I remember loving it. Now, I will say this. This is odd. I don't know that the camera will pick it up. But, like, it looks like this shade right here, it got, like, oil all around it from, like, the eyeshadow. So, I'm going to hold on to this for now. But it might go later this year. Like this Mirage shade. Look at that shade. What does that look like when you swipe it? Like, that's just really, really pretty. I'm going to go ahead and swipe the prickly shade. That one that I said looked really oily. Look at that. That is gorgeous. That is gorgeous. Sahara, which is the pinky one. Pinky peach. Oh, that's just so pretty. It's so pretty. I'm not good at trying to declutter my eyeshadows. I'm going to go ahead and hold on to this palette. I remember really, really liking it. So yeah, definitely going to hold on to that one. The Wander Beauty Wondrous Seascape palette. Let's see on this one. This one I'm not remembering. Okay. All right. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this one. I just don't remember loving this. I don't remember loving this. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that one. Okay. This is from Skin. It's the Smoky palette. It's definitely a smoky palette. I think I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this one. I just don't remember loving it. This one's from Zhang Toy. No, Amazing Cosmetics Zhang Toy. It's a quad. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that one. Just not really having good feelings. Like, not bad feelings, but not having like feelings of, oh, I want to keep that. So that's going to go. The Winky Lux Kitten Palette. I've had this in here a long time. I don't remember loving this, though. I don't remember loving this. That's pretty. This was from BoxyCharm. It actually says Winky Lux and BoxyCharm on it. Let's swatch a matte. The matte feels really dry. All right. They're pretty. I'm going to go ahead and hold on to it. Probably shouldn't, but I'm going to go ahead and hold on to it. And that might go later this year. If I just don't grab for it in the next 6 months, it's probably going to go later this year, but I'll hold on to it for now. This one, unfortunately, I think I'm going to have to get rid of because of the broken shadow. So I got this. It was broken. I contacted BoxyCharm. They sent me a replacement. I ended up giving away the replacement to one of you guys, and I'm just tapping on this, and that shade is falling apart. So I have never used this, like, at all. There's no brush strokes in this palette. There's nothing. Hold on one second. All right, I just dumped that shadow out in my garbage. What I think I'm going to do is hold on to this, give it a try. You know, I'm going to put it in the maybes. I'm not going to decide yes or no. I'm going to put it in the maybes. I might hold on to it. I might get rid of it. I'm so torn on this. I'm going to put it in the maybes. Okay. The Iconic London I just got, and honestly, this is one of the 2 palettes here that I know that I've seen people do videos on that said that this was a different formula than the brand had originally used. This one and then the Storybook Cosmetics palette I know are not the right formula, quote unquote right formula, the original formula. But I did just get this. I'm going to keep giving it a try. I don't think the formula is probably bad, even if it is. You know, I've got a lot of shadows that are made in China, so it's not that big of a deal to me. The formula is definitely, I saw a Thrift Thick video where she went through the formula and compared it to what was on the website, and it was completely different. I liked it. I forgot about it during my end of month beauty box look video, but I gave it a try during the BoxyCharm unboxing video, and I liked it. So I'm going to hold on to it, give it some more love, see what I think. Okay, down to the last few of this group. Then I've got to pull the other ones up. I have this one from Juvia's Place. I love all my Juvia's Place palettes, to be honest with you. This might be my least favorite just because, number one, it's really teeny tiny. I did get this in a beauty box, but I do like the shades. In fact, I'm just going to keep that. That's not, I like Juvia's Place palettes. So they're very, very pigmented. So if you have any concerns with the pigmentation or having something that's too pigmented, you might not like that formula, but I really enjoy it because of the fact that it's so easy to use for me. So I'm definitely keeping this. When I get to that declutter where I talk about the rest of my Juvia's Place palettes, you probably won't be surprised that I'm going to keep all of them. Laura Lee Los Angeles Party Animal. A lot of people don't like Laura Lee. They just don't. She's done some stupid things. I'm not going to lie, but we've all done stupid things. Have I done the same stupid things as her? No, not at all. But, you know, I believe in giving people chances. So that is what it is. You guys might disagree with me. You might unsubscribe, but I think everyone makes mistakes, and I think we all deserve to have the opportunity to do better. And I'm just going to leave it at that. Anyway, these are not shades that I would normally wear. These are not shades that I think I have very many or if any in my collection of. So I'm going to hold on to this. I have another Laura Lee palette that I absolutely love. You'll see that in another declutter video, but I absolutely love her other palette that I have. And I'm going to go ahead and hold on to this. This, though, I am going to warn you, this palette stains the dickens out of whatever you put it on. So if you get this palette, be very, very careful. It stains everything. Treasure Chest by Mellow. I don't even remember this palette. I don't remember it. I know I didn't buy it, but I don't remember it. The only shade that's really drawing my eye is that Topaz shade. The Topaz shade, the yellow. I've definitely at the minimum swatched this, but I don't remember using it at all. I think I'm going to go ahead and put this in like my sell pile because maybe somebody might really, really love this. There is a couple of mattes. Those couple are mattes. The onyx is matte. But somebody might really, really love this, and it's just not drawing my eye. Alamar Cosmetics. This is another one that's really pretty, but I just never remember to pull it out. So I'm going to go ahead and hold on to it. Hopefully I will remember to pull it out and use it more often. Very, very pretty palette. This Moods by Laura Sanchez. I was so impressed with this palette. Honestly, I haven't picked it up since the video that I got it in, but I was really, really impressed by this palette. I thought it worked really, really well. I thought it was really, really pretty. I'm going to hold on to this, definitely give this more shots. And yeah, this really, I really was impressed with this palette. Okay, this Catherine, The Beauty of Giving Back, and this is the Courage palette. There was Courage, Strength, and Confidence were the 3 palettes that were in this collection. I don't remember loving this palette. Now it does have the 2 blushes. I guess that's a highlighter. This is just a powder, and then these are eyeshadows. That shade would not work for me as a highlighter at all. I don't remember loving this. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this one. That, I'm pretty sure, came from that one beauty box that we're not going to mention that ripped everybody off, including myself. And I had to call my credit card company and get a refund because they charged me for 3 months of boxes and never delivered. So that's always fun. Anyway, let's not talk about that. Let's talk about this Pretty Vulgar palette. I'm pretty sure I got this in a BoxyCharm. I've swatched every shade in here. I've definitely swatched. You can see swatch marks. Honestly, I just don't think I'm going to use this palette. I just don't think I'm going to use it. It's very smoky. I have other smoky palettes, and I just don't think I'm going to use this. The formula might be amazing. I can't remember, but I'm just not going to use this. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of it. The packaging is pretty. One thing I can say about Pretty Vulgar is their packaging is absolutely gorgeous. I'm just not going to use this. So I'm going to go ahead and try to get that to someone who will. The Storybooks Cosmetics Fairy Tale palette. I had a little bit of trouble with this. This is the other palette that I have that I know I've seen videos, people talking about it not being the same formula as regular Storybook Cosmetics palettes. I don't know why you would choose to do that, but you know, whatever, that's your prerogative. I had some trouble with the Prince shade, that dark blue shade, but I'm going to hold on to this. I've only had this for a couple of months. I think I got it in December. I'm going to hold on to this and give this more of a shot. See what I think about it. And the last palette in this group is this Icon Mini from Absolute New York. I did like this palette, honestly, and I pulled it into a makeup bag a couple of months ago, and I liked it then too. So I'm going to hold on to this for now. You can get these palettes pretty regularly at TJ Maxx. This is not something that is hard to get a hold of. Like I said, I've seen them at TJ Maxx many, many times. This is the Gold Glitz palette. All right, on to the second group. All right, so this is my second group. Some of these are going to be really easy to go through because I know that I'm absolutely keeping them. They're going to be really easy. This pile right here especially, these are all the Balm. This is the In the Balm of Your Hand Greatest Hits Volume 2. I really like the Balm palettes. I don't know if you guys have much experience with them, but I've only gotten them in beauty boxes. I've gotten 3 of them. They're all here. I like them a lot. I think they're really nice quality, and I'm going to hold on to all 3. This is In the Balm of Your Hand Volume 2. And then I also have the 2 What's the Tea palettes. I got one of them in a palette or a box. I got the hot tea in a box, and I actually almost went and bought the iced tea palette, but then I ended up getting that one in a box as well. This one is the hot tea palette. The Balm always has such cute packaging too. So that's the hot tea palette, definitely keeping that. And then the iced tea palette, again, definitely keeping this one. If I had to choose one of the 2 tea palettes, I would choose the hot tea. But I like the iced tea palette too. I was going to buy it. I looked at it. I'm like, well, it's not as interesting to me, but the quality is great. And then I ended up getting it the next month in a beauty box, and I was really happy about it. So again, I didn't pay for it full price, but I'm happy I got it in a beauty box, keeping it. I got 2 Natasha Denona palettes in my Beautylish Lucky Bags the last 2 years. I got the full size Lila palette Lila palette, definitely keeping that. And then this year I got the gold palette. There's no question I am keeping this. Yeah, no question at all. But I will show it to you. The gold palette. So definitely keeping that. I have some other Natasha Denona palettes that I have purchased that you'll see in a future declutter video, but for this one, keeping both of those. Okay. Let's go to these. These are not like, they're all ex Ipsy. So they're 3 different kinds, but they're all like collaborations with Ipsy. This one is the Betty Boop ex Ipsy palette. I can't remember what it looks like. Let's take a look. I only got this a couple of months ago. All right, did I even touch this? I swatched this for sure. So I'm going to go ahead and hold on to it, give it a shot. I don't remember loving it. I don't remember hating it. So because of that, I do want to give it a shot. So sorry about that bang. But I'm going to definitely keep that for now. The Tetris X Ipsy. I think the packaging on this is gorgeous. All right, I'm going to keep this for now. You know what? I'm going to put that in my babies. I'm going to think about that one. I like the packaging and that might be swaying me. I'm going to put it in my babies. I'm going to come back to that. This one, I never contacted them, but it came with a broken mirror. I figure I can live with it because I don't ever use the mirrors in my palettes. Some people do, but it came with a broken mirror. I've been meaning to just put like duct tape over here. I have like pretty duct tape, like purple duct tape that I was going to put over it. I haven't done that yet, and I think I am going to go ahead and do that because I'm going to keep this for now. I really liked the quality when I used it, and I think it was pretty. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and keep that one for now. It reminds me kind of like a grunge kind of thing, and I'm a 90s girl, so yeah, I'm going to keep that. I just have to do something with the mirror so that it's not going to like fall out. Either I'm going to break it the whole way and get it out, or I'm going, whoa, all my palettes are falling. Either I'm going to break it the whole way and get it out, or I'm going to put like tape over it so it doesn't eventually break and get like all in the palette, in the shadows and stuff. Sorry, all my palettes started falling. Okay. Those are my Ipsy ones. These two I'm definitely keeping. I have other Huda palettes, but these two I got in beauty boxes. I got the Amethyst Obsessions, which is that one right there. I think it's gorgeous. If you don't like purples, you're not going to love it. I go in phases with purples. Right now, I am loving them. Definitely keeping that one. And then I have the Warm Brown Obsessions. I also have a couple other Huda palettes that I have purchased. I'm going to keep this as well. This was not something that I looked at and wanted to buy, but once I actually got it, I was really, really happy that I got it, to be honest with you. So definitely going to keep that. I love the Huda formula as well. At least those minis. I haven't tried any of her full-size palettes. So there's that. Okay. I'm throwing things. Okay, let's go ahead and talk about these two Ace Beauty palettes. I got the Grandiose and the Vintage Dawn. This one is the Grandiose palette. That's so pretty. It's so pretty. I'm going to keep that. Sorry, guys, if you were looking for a cut through declutter, this is not it. Not it at all. I'm keeping that one. The Vintage Dawn. Let's see what this one looks like. Eyeshadow palettes are one of my major weaknesses. That is so pretty too. Oh my gosh, why am I not pulling these out? All right, definitely keeping that. Like, I opened that and the first thing I saw was, it's a rainbow. And it is. It is literally a rainbow. Definitely keeping that too. I'm going to put the Pures to the end. I have two Violet Voss palettes here. The Fruit Sorbet, which looks like that. Put my finger into it. That's not good. It's really pretty though. Like, right? It's really pretty. I get so caught up in the color, y'all. I'm going to hold on to that. And then the Essentials. I'm going to put that in my maybes. I'm going to put that in my maybes. I'm going to come back to that. All right, Dominique Cosmetics. I have two Dominique Cosmetics ones here. This one is Sweater Weather. I only just got this. I didn't love it on first shot, but I'm going to give it more love and see if I like it. And this one might go later on this year. Not gonna lie, when I first tried it out, wasn't in love with it. So we're gonna give that more love. This is the Celestial Thunder. This one is very, very pretty. It's so pretty. I'm gonna hold on to that as well. Y'all, eyeshadow palettes are my weakness. No question. These two are from Beauty Creations. If I remember this Tease Me correct, I love this one too. Let's see if it's the one I'm thinking. Yep. That is gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love pinks and peaches on my eyes and reds. I have blue eyes. If you haven't seen my face, if you're just here for my declutter videos, I have blue eyes. Well, you would have seen it in my opening. Anyway, I love this palette. I just haven't used it because I have so many palettes. This is beautiful. I'm going to keep that. No question. And then the Esmeralda 2. And again, I think this one is really pretty too. Well, this one is not quite as drawing for me as the Tease Me palette was. I'm going to put that in my maybes. I'm going to come back to that. The only shade that's really drawing me in is that shade in the center, the bronze shade. I'm going to hold on to that one in the maybes, and I'm going to come back to that. Okay, Tarte. I got these three. I got other Tarte palettes in beauty boxes. I've given them away though. Some palettes I'll get in my beauty boxes, and I'll be like, no, that's just not something for me, and I'll give it away before I won't even keep it. So there's this one, which is the Rainforest of the Sea Volume 2. I got another Rainforest of the Sea that I just gave away in my 15 days of giveaways at Christmas time. This one is the, well, it just said, oh, Be You Naturally palette. The reason I gave that other palette away is because it was very, very similar to this one, except that the other one had like all shimmers and this one has more of a mix of mattes. And then I got this one is the Miracles of the Amazon palette. So there's that one. That one has a blush in it, which is really pretty. Do I want to keep these? Whoops, I'm just showing you a reflection of the other palettes. Do I want to keep these? This one I'm not going to keep. This is the Rainforest of the Sea Volume 2. I'm not going to keep this one. This one's going to go. Just because, honestly, it doesn't inspire me. This one, the Be You Naturally, is something I could see being like an everyday palette for me that I would just pull out just to use every day just for a light wash of color on my lids. So I'm going to hold on to that one. And then this one, the Miracles of the Amazon palette. I'm going to hold on to this one just because it's got that blush in it. It may go later this year, but I'm going to hold on to it for now. And it's got purples, and I like purples, so I'm going to hold on to that. Okay, we're down to my pure palettes. These are hit and miss for me. All of these came from BoxyCharm. Let's start with this one because this one's easy. This is the Soiree Diaries. This was, I think, the first pure palette they put in BoxyCharm. I really like this palette. I have traveled with this palette. What I will do is I'll just go down the rows and use them as eye looks. Like I've gone on a week-long work travel with this palette, and I've literally just done 4 days of looks. I really like this. I am definitely keeping this. You can see, I don't know that the camera will pick it up. I've really dug into that shade right there. What's it called? Twinkle. Again, don't know that the camera's going to pick up how deeply my brush marks have gone in there, but I like this row the best for me. And, yeah, I'm definitely keeping Soiree Diaries. Let's talk about these other ones. This one is actually a Pure and BoxyCharm collaboration. This one was, I think, the second one they put in, I think, and it just wasn't as good of quality. I'm going to put this in my maybes. I'm going to come back to that one. All right, the Midnight Masquerade Face Palette. I think I know which one this one is, and I think I'm ready to pass this one on. Let's see. Yeah, so this is the... Holy cow. I have not had this palette that long, and there is mold on it. I don't remember when I got it. Can you guys see that? There is mold on this shade, like literal mold. on that shade. I hope the camera is picking that up because there is literally mold on that shade. I haven't had this palette that long. The Soiree Diaries I've had longer than this one, and it has literal mold on it. I really hope the camera is picking that up. Maybe there. It has literal mold on it. That is so gross. Okay. If you got this in a BoxyCharm and you still have in your collection, my recommendation is to check it out because that is going in the garbage because it has mold on it. So that's going away. Definitely. I'm just going to sit it right here. I'm not even going to put it with the rest of my stuff. And I'm going to wipe my hands off. Now, I didn't touch the shade, but that still doesn't make me feel very good. Okay. Last palette before we go back to the maybes. This is the Festival palette. I'm pretty sure I got this in a beauty box because honestly, I don't remember buying it. It had a Get a Grip Insurance eyeshadow primer in there, which I never used. And then, yeah, I definitely got this. I remember getting this now in a beauty box. These glitters are pretty, but glitters in me, you know, I remember using this in that video when I did it, and it's terrible. Like, look, even if I pat it, it doesn't come off my fingers. And I remember getting it all over my face, and yeah. Okay. So I think I'm going to go ahead and pass this on. I'm going to try to put it on my sale site. If anybody wants it, they are welcome to give it a shot. This is not that old. This literally, I think I only got a couple of months ago, maybe in the last 6 months, maybe last summer. Well, by the time you're seeing this, it'll be almost a year, but it looks okay. It doesn't look like there's any mold on it or anything. It's pretty. Take out Gypsy and Wild Child, and it's actually a pretty neutral palette, to be honest with you. But I'm going to go ahead and pass this on. I'm going to leave the Get a Grip eyeshadow insurance in there as well. All right, back to the maybes. Okay. The BoxyCharm and Pure palette. I don't need it. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. The Sleek palette. I, again, don't need it. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this. In fact, what I might do is see if I have a niece who's about to turn 13. By the time you're seeing this, she'll already be 13. She's turning 13 in March. I might see if her mom will let her have this just to play with because it's literally just these little tiny shades. I don't know if her mother will let her play with it yet, but I will ask. So that might go to my niece. The Butter London palette. Natural Goddess. Let's swatch Star and Diva. That Diva shade's gorgeous. Can you guys see that? Star, not so much. It just isn't transferring. What about Queen? That's gorgeous too. What about the Femme Fatale shade? It's super soft. That's pretty too. All right. Do I need it? No. Am I going to hold on to it? Yes. Okay. Let's go with this Violet Voss Pro Series Essentials. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this. I'm sure it's fabulous, but I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. The Tetris. Packaging is what's getting me here. That Game Night shade is so pretty. That's the golden one here. But I think I have others like that. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this. I love, love, love the packaging, but I'm going to let it go. All right, the Esmeralda 2. Okay, so the thing I'm struggling with right now is the shade here in the center and then this shade here. I think they're both really, really pretty, but I think I have other shades like those. So I'm going to go ahead and give this away. Okay. That brings me to the Glam Metals palette. so torn by this. I think that I have other shadows that I can use for this one. So I think I'm going to go ahead and just toss this one since it is broken. You know what? No, since it's broken and I was going to toss it, I will hold on to it for now. It'll probably go later this year in my full declutter. I'm going to hold on to it for now just because I would toss it with the broken shade in it. So we're going to go ahead and hold on to that one. All right, I'm going to count everything up and I will let you know what we're looking like. First and foremost, one palette going in the garbage because it's moldy and that is disgusting. All right, I'm getting rid of 16 palettes. Not my best, but I'm getting rid of, or selling, you know, whatever, 16 palettes. So, all right, 16 palettes, and then the one I'm tossing is 17. Now let's see how many I am keeping. All right, so here is my keep pile. It ended up being 38 palettes, which brings my total to 55, I think. 55. Oh wait, I forgot this one. 56. This is a pass along as well. So it ended up being 56, 18 that I am selling or giving away to friends and family. One that I threw away already. It's in the garbage can. And then however many I said this was. I can't remember. Yeah. So this is my final number of keeps. 38, I think. 38. Was it 38? I think it's 38. This is final number of keeps. 38 palettes that I've gotten in beauty boxes over the last 3 years of doing my channel. More declutter videos to come. I'm pretty sure this is not the last one I'm posting. I have 3 more to film, I think. 2 more to film. 2. I only have 2 more to film. I'm not sure what order these are posting in, but I only have 2 more videos to film in my declutter series. I think those are probably the last 2 that you are seeing. And yeah, I'm ready to be done with this declutter series. I have not done the best on my eyeshadow palette so far, but I'm going to keep trying. So anyway, I do hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up down below. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button and the little bell to notify you when I upload new videos. And if you have any comments, leave those in the comment section down below. What are your thoughts on my declutter series or how I've done so far? Do you still have that pure palette that is moldy, and was yours moldy? I would love to know. I have not had any other eyeshadow palettes come out moldy. I have had lipsticks that have been moldy, but not any eyeshadow palettes, so that is a little disturbing to me. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. I hope you enjoyed this video. I do hope you hit the subscribe button and stick around and see more videos from me. And I hope you enjoyed the video, which I just said, and that's okay. And I hope to see you on the next Epic Beauty Fail. Bye, guys.